Real quick. Once again, I went to the park today. It was raining. It's been raining for the last couple of days out here. At the heat wave, we in April. We getting ready to leave April and go into May. So you already know what's around the corner. The heat wave, the heat wave, and the heat wave. So right now, I've been enjoying this weather. It really feel like San Francisco out here in Pennsylvania. You know what I mean? You know how San Francisco got that 50-degree at night type, you know what I mean, 60 at night, whatever. And that's even in June, July. When I went to San Fran last year, it was in July, and I was in the hotel, and it didn't have no AC, and I didn't need it. That's how cool it was. But anyway, the point is, the reason why I started this video is because I went to the park today, took my daughter to the park, and it was, like I said, it was drizzling out, but it's always good to just go out there, man. I just like to go out there and get that frequency, because I've been, in the crib lately, but you got to go out there and just, I don't mind the rain, you know what I'm saying? The rain is cool. It might look dreary to some people, but, I like the cloudy, days, you know what I'm saying? Especially when you out there and you're just seeing the stream of the water just flowing, the frequency, or you could just hear the water. It's just good. But anyway, to different parks. We went to like two parks out there, two parks. And the first park I went to, it had a basketball court. So I pulled up, she in the car with me, nobody there. I said, come on, we gotta hurry. She didn't want to get out because, she just didn't want to. I was like, man, look, I'm getting out. I played a little basketball in the rain. And I told her, I said, we ain't going to be out here long because I said, these bots are going to show up. And sure enough, I was out there playing ball for like 5 minutes and here come two cars. You know what I mean? I told her, I said, see, I told you. I told them clowns were going to show up. And of course, she trying to, pretty much take up for the bots. Well, this is a park, Dad. Like, I'm like, yeah, I know they don't already see. I know my daughter. When she was younger, she saw what was going on. Right now, she been around her mom. Her mom done brainwashed her and whatever. And now she's riding along with the okie doke. But she saw it in the beginning. She saw the craziness that people was doing when we was together. You know what I mean? Coming around, just getting close to us, all these dogs. She was even questioning, like, Dad, why all these dogs around here? You know what I mean? Now, well, why she was like, why everybody wearing red and stuff like that? That's when she was like 5 years old. Now she's 13. She done already been brainwashed. You know what I'm saying? So, but my point is, what I'm saying is, after we left that park, we went to like this other park, right? Where they got a river as well. And, so while we there, some gang stalker gonna pull up, you know what I mean, on a bike, a raggedy bike, some white old guy on his raggedy bike. And of course he got to get close to where we at. So he gets out, he goes inside the bushes, and I'm trying to figure out, I'm trying to figure out what he's doing. At first I thought he was going to take a leak. I said, I know this dude ain't about to take a leak over here. I mean, he had anywhere to take a leak at, but he just went inside the bushes to go get some mushrooms. So he pulls out these mushrooms. Right? I was wondering what you was doing. And then he said, yeah, I always come over here and get these mushrooms. I forgot what was the name of the mushroom, but it's not even about the mushrooms. It's about the fuckery that these people do. So, like I said, he was on a bike. He had he had like a red book bag. It was like this pouch that he had, of course, was red, right? So while he talking to me and my daughter about the mushrooms, he's like, I got some more mushrooms that I gathered up yesterday, and reach inside the pouch. And guess what he pulls out the pouch? A Target bag. You know what I'm saying? And my daughter, now I don't know, she don't even know what's going on. You know what I'm saying? Of course she's, I'm talking about like detail wise. I don't know what she know. I don't know what they done told her. My daughter's not around me. Like, she's around her mom all the time. Her mom's a gang stalker, so she's around her all the time. I mean, trust me, if you're in the program, everybody in on it, all right? I mean, I gotta always stress that to these TIs, because these TIs be like, well, my girl's not, or my mom is not, or my dad is not. Man, trust me, if you see them every day, they in on it. So, or at least not even every day, but if if they're in your life, they're in on it. You know what I'm saying? And I know for a fact, like I said, old homies that I was dealing with, they all blocked me. You know what I'm saying? They, you know what I'm saying? Niggas, you know, see, this is like the cat is out the bag now. We know, I already know whose side you leaning on. A lot of them people that was in my life, they was all agents. And now the beans have been spilled and now they embarrassed. It's like you call them with their pants down. You know what I'm saying? Now they embarrassed. They got exposed. They got exposed. So that's the reason why they're gonna take it to the grave with them. That's the reason why they're gonna keep on lying. No, I don't know what you're talking about. You paranoid, man. Something wrong with you. You crazy, man. You're crazy, man. You're crazy. You see, they're gonna keep on lying. What's that old saying? Like once you start telling lies, you gotta keep on telling lies. You know, you will never ever come to telling the truth. You just become the lie. You know what I'm saying? You know, liars should not tear in my sight. That's what God said in the Bible. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, and we already know that the beast is the father of lies. So if you're a lying ass nigga, then that's what you are. That's whose side you on. You know what I mean? You're not on righteousness side, because righteousness is about truth and exposing the falsehood. So my point is, what I'm saying is that, you know, this is just what they do. You know, they had to send that goofy old bike guy to come over there and talk to us. And I tried to just bust it up with him, like as if, you know, like my daughter gonna say, well, Dad, everybody ain't no gang stalker. So I'm like, all right, you know, I like, that's what I like to believe, but I know that everybody that they bring around me is, you know, I know that they are, you know what I'm saying? If they come around me, I know you are. So of course he comes around. I try to just bust it up to him like he was just a regular human being and talk about some mushrooms, because you already know I'm into herbs, I'm into mushrooms and all that stuff. So I tried to just bust up, but the nut had to go in the dang on pouch, the red pouch at that, and pull out the dang on Target bag. As soon as he pulled out the Target bag, I ain't had no my rap. I just told my daughter, I said, all right, we have a nice day. We just walked away. You know what I'm saying? I just walked in, I was like, that, and I told my daughter didn't know what I was talking about, but I was like, that was real cute, man. You know what I'm saying? He pulled out a Target bag. That was real cute. You know what I mean? You know, but that's just what the adjustment bureau do. You know what I mean? And then this is the reason why I say everybody is down with it, because everybody that is at least sent around me is down with it. You see what I'm saying? If he wasn't, yeah, if he wasn't down with the shenanigans, he would have never been there. They're not gonna allow me to meet real people. You know, every day they're going to send these fake Asian people into my life, no matter where I go, what store I go to. If I go out of town, you know, sometimes I go out of town, I see, you know, you might go out of town, see your neighbor at a Family Dollar or something. They're stupid. And you just know that, okay, it's just comes to a time, okay. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no more coincidence now. You know what I'm saying? Why, what the hell's wrong with y'all people? You know what I'm saying? So, you know, this is a dirty game that they playing, you know, and everybody that I'm trying to tell you, I don't think I ever had a real person in my life. The only one I would consider to be real would be the one that died, my homie Leon. Rest in peace to him. Other than that, man, I don't know who, and now I see why they took him out. You know what I'm saying? Because he woke up before I did. And this was back in the 90s. So, you know what I mean? So, yeah. They're not going to have real people around me. When you out somewhere and people breaking their necks to try to holler at you, they agents, man. They being told what to do. They being told or controlled what, you know, however the remote control the AI machine must be, got a big ass remote control just controlling humanity, or not humanity, my bad. These robots. You know what I'm saying? The humanoid robots. That's what they are. They're being controlled. It don't matter. I was in the day, I'm driving and I had all these bots riding past me, and it's like, no matter when I look, I don't know how the AI do it, but whenever I look to the left or look to the right or whatever, you know, you will sync and see they would touch their nose. I mean, at the perfect time. I'm trying to tell you, I don't know how they gotta do it. You know, in this day and time, it's not that bad like it used to be in the beginning. We talking about like 2016, 2017, around that time, and it was off the chisel. The synchronization was wicked. I mean, it was, no matter what I do, it's like they made me see it over and over and over. And I could see how this would drive somebody else crazy. If you're not strong enough, you know what I'm saying? You know, if you don't have that mental strength, it will drive you crazy. You'll be like, what the hell is going on? You know what I'm saying? So, you know, how they make you see it, how they make you, you know, red shirts and everything popping up, that's one thing. But it's the other thing. Like, I mean, I done had people walk past me, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, they got their back turned and they ain't even know, how they know I was even looking at them. You know what I'm saying? And they touch the back of their head. You know, I'm like, what the? You know, I'm trying to tell you, man, look, it's so much stuff that I done started, the AI done showed me that, you know, can't nobody really tell me anything. I'm like Kanye West, man, you can't tell me nothing. You know what I'm saying? That's why I laugh at the so-called conscious community. You know what I'm saying? Most of them are just jokes. They have no clue of what the fuck is going on. They don't know nothing. They don't know nothing, man. So, you know, one thing I can honestly say, this program is wicked and everything, but hey, at least I got a chance to experience for myself, because if I wasn't in this program, there's nowhere in the world I would have known that technology was this advanced, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, and so sinister, and how, and then at the same time, just waking up to the fact of knowing that everybody around you been NPCs all this time. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad. You know, I'm glad, man. You know, I would rather wake up and realize that, instead of dying and thinking that everybody was real around me and it was fake all this time. You know what I'm saying? So at least the truth came out, and even Jesus said it. It said, he said, in this day of time, there's nothing hid that shall be made manifest. So everything's going to come out to the light sooner or later. And right now we are in that time. We're past that time. Everything's coming out to light. All the evilness, all the sinister human trafficking, kidnapping, whatever you want to say. I gotta be careful because YouTube is, you know what I'm saying, you already know. But you already know the deal. You know what I mean? And I got another video I'm gonna talk about that. You know what I'm saying? You know, so that have you seen me stuff. You know what I mean? So, you know, like I said, man, you know, everything is being exposed. You know, Jesus said the truth is only hid to those that are lost. So if you don't know what's going on by now, then you need to check yourself, because you are lost in the sauce. Player, holla back, man. This is DB Gang Stalking Simulation, man. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Holla back, man. Let me just live my life. Just leave me alone.